Your quality of life and longevity after the age of 50 are determined not only by your daytime physical activity but also by how your body handles metabolic stress between midnight and 4 in the morning. Many individuals who cross this age milestone experience an identical issue. They fall asleep without much trouble but consistently wake up around 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Most people attribute this to natural aging or age-related insomnia. However, the real cause is strictly biochemical and lies in a critical drop in blood glucose levels. According to large-scale metabolic reviews, the mechanisms responsible for maintaining stable blood sugar during prolonged fasting periods become less adaptable with age. When you eat dinner at 6 or 7 o'clock in the evening, your liver's easily accessible glycogen stores begin to deplete by midnight. In younger individuals, this process is compensated for smoothly, but after 50, a glucose deficit triggers an emergency response from the autonomic nervous system. The body perceives a drop in blood sugar as a direct threat to survival and unleashes a cascade of stress hormones. Specifically, cortisol and adrenaline are flooded into the bloodstream. Their job is to urgently break down stored carbohydrates to feed the brain. However, these hormones carry a major side effect. They instantly pull the brain out of deep sleep and into a state of superficial alertness. You open your eyes, feel a slight wave of anxiety or heat, and cannot understand why your sleep was disrupted. In this chapter, we will break down how a single therapeutic spoonful of the right nutrient before bed can completely block this hormonal glitch. To understand why ordinary peanut butter has become a key tool in the arsenal of anti-aging nutrition experts, we must look beneath the physiological map of nighttime mode. Sleep is not a shutdown of your systems, it is a period of peak metabolic activity focused on regeneration. During this time, 3 fundamental processes take place. Microstructural repair of muscle tissue. Muscle fibers that sustained microscopic stress throughout the day are rebuilt at a cellular level. Glymphatic brain clearance. The brain's waste clearance system flushes out toxic protein aggregates, actively preventing neurodegeneration. Hormonal reset. Cells restore their insulin sensitivity, and the balance of sex hormones is recalibrated. After the age of 50, this regeneration factory begins to operate under conditions of severe resource scarcity. The natural production of growth hormone, somatotropin, declines, and muscle protein breakdown starts to outpace muscle synthesis. If the body lacks building blocks or a steady supply of energy at this exact moment, the repair processes stall, and catabolism takes over. Consuming the right fuel 30 to 60 minutes before lying down is not an indulgence, it is a strategic delivery of raw materials for the nighttime shift of regeneration. And here, the precise macronutrient ratio is everything. Peanut butter possesses a unique macronutrient architecture that makes it the perfect, slow-burning log for the night. It features an extremely low glycemic index. This means that its breakdown does not cause a sharp insulin spike, which is inevitably followed by a blood sugar crash. On the contrary, its combination of dense plant fats, purified protein, and a minimal amount of complex carbohydrates is processed by the gastrointestinal tract at a highly controlled, gradual rate. Effectively, this acts like a slow-burning log on a fireplace. Your metabolism receives a microscopic, steady influx of calories over the course of 4 to 5 hours. As a result, glucose levels are maintained in a perfectly flat, stable line. Cortisol and adrenaline remain dormant. The brain receives no alarm signals and does not pull you out of deep sleep phases. Clinical data confirms that using low glycemic foods rich in monounsaturated fats before sleep reduces overnight glucose variability in older age groups by more than 35%. This is the foundation for uninterrupted, 8-hour sleep. The quality of your sleep directly depends on the concentration of your primary sleep hormone, melatonin. Its synthesis is a strict, step-by-step biochemical chain reaction. The body must take the essential amino acid tryptophan, transform it into serotonin, the neurotransmitter of calm, and then, with the onset of darkness, convert that serotonin into melatonin. Natural peanuts are an excellent source of tryptophan. However, the real secret lies in the butter's fat profile. For tryptophan to be converted into melatonin, it must enter the brain by crossing the blood-brain barrier, BBB, a strict physiological filter that is highly restrictive toward amino acids. Research in nutritional neuroscience demonstrates that the co-ingestion of high-quality monounsaturated fats significantly increases the transport availability of tryptophan across the BBB. Put simply, the healthy fats in peanut butter act as a vehicle, delivering the raw materials for your sleep hormone straight into the target structures of the brain significantly faster. As we age, many notice the onset of intrusive nighttime cravings or a feeling of emptiness in the stomach before bed. This is not a sign of weak willpower, it is a hormonal imbalance. After 50, receptor sensitivity to leptin, the fullness hormone, drops, while the production of ghrelin, the hunger hormone, rises, particularly in the evening hours. Peanut butter suppresses this abnormal activity through two distinct mechanisms. Direct suppression of ghrelin, concentrated plant protein sends an immediate signal to the hypothalamus, demanding the deactivation of ghrelin receptors. Delayed gastric emptying, the fat content slows down stomach motility. The digestion process moves smoothly and gradually, providing long-lasting mechanical and chemical satiety without causing fullness, bloating, or heavy digestion. Sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle mass, quality, and strength, begins quietly after age 40 and accelerates significantly after 50. One of its primary drivers is anabolic resistance. Aging muscle tissue becomes less responsive to protein from standard meals. To preserve the muscular frame, protect joints, and maintain skeletal strength, protein must enter the bloodstream strategically and at the right time. 2 tablespoons of natural peanut butter deliver approximately 7 to 8 grams of pure plant protein with a robust amino acid profile. When this volume enters the system before bed against a backdrop of stable blood sugar, muscle cells receive a continuous stream of amino acids exactly during the peak window of nocturnal growth hormone release. This allows you to counteract morning stiffness, eliminate the sensation of heavy legs, and support muscle tone without overloading the kidneys with heavy animal proteins late at night. Peanut butter is more than just macronutrients. It is a hidden source of magnesium, a mineral in which up to 75% of the adult population is quietly deficient. 2 tablespoons provide roughly 50 milligrams of bioavailable magnesium. Magnesium directly activates the parasympathetic nervous system by regulating gamma-aminobutyric acid, GABA, the brain's primary inhibitory neurotransmitter. GABA quiets racing thoughts and relaxes skeletal muscles, actively preventing nighttime calf cramps and spasms. Simultaneously, the oleic and linoleic acids present in the butter work to lower markers of chronic, low-grade systemic inflammation. This hidden inflammation is precisely why many individuals over 50 wake up feeling sore, stiff, and mentally foggy. The fat profile of peanuts gently addresses these processes, ensuring a clear mind and an easier morning awakening. The biggest misconception out there is that eating fats at night automatically causes weight gain. This is linear, outdated thinking. Weight gain is driven by an excess of refined sugars and an overall caloric surplus across the entire day. A small portion of a protein-fat food totaling about 150 calories consumed before bed actually optimizes your resting metabolic rate by morning, as the body expends energy to maintain nighttime cellular repair. For the cardiovascular system, this product acts as a donor of polyunsaturated fats, which optimize your lipid profile, helping maintain the ideal balance between high-density lipoprotein, HDL, good cholesterol, and low-density lipoprotein, LDL, bad cholesterol. This protects the arterial walls from the formation of atherosclerotic plaques. However, this protocol demands strict boundaries. Who should avoid it or proceed with caution? Individuals with acute GERD or acid reflux. Dense fats can relax the lower esophageal sphincter, which may trigger nighttime heartburn when lying flat. Those managing severe type 2 diabetes, continuous glucose monitoring and medical consultation are mandatory, as a bedtime snack alters the baseline action of glucose-lowering medications. Allergy sufferers, at the slightest sign of peanut intolerance, the product must be immediately substituted with almond or sunflower seed butter. To turn peanut butter into a functional biohacking tool, you must adhere to 3 ironclad rules. Purity of ingredients. The label must contain only 2 ingredients, peanuts, salt. Any mention of hydrogenated oils, palm fat, corn syrup, or added sugar turns this superfood into a metabolic toxin that compromises the liver and vascular health. Dosage: exactly 1 to 2 tablespoons, roughly 15 to 30 grams. This is your therapeutic window. Anything more will overload the pancreas and work against your goals. Timing: consume it 30 to 60 minutes before your head hits the pillow. Your body requires this time to initiate the first stages of breakdown while you are still upright. What are the best combinations to amplify the effects? The weight management setup: half of a green apple with 1 tablespoon of peanut butter. The pectin feeds your gut microbiome, while the fats blunt nighttime hunger. The deep muscle relaxation setup: half of a medium banana with 1 tablespoon of peanut butter. This delivers a powerful synergistic hit of potassium and magnesium to combat nighttime cramps. The physical recovery setup: 1 slice of sprouted whole grain toast with 1 to 2 tablespoons of peanut butter. Perfect for active individuals who need a steady stream of glycogen and amino acids for tissue repair. Implement this habit just 4 to 5 nights a week. Stable overnight blood sugar, an end to waking up at 3 a.m., and a vibrant, energetic morning without needing a pot of coffee are the predictable results of working precisely with your body's biochemistry.